Hi, Cancers! Hello to all my Cancerians. My name is Cherry. Welcome to my channel. It's very new. I'm figuring out what I'm doing and where I'm going with this because this was on a whim decision. But I am going to be doing your monthly reading for the month of March, and this is going to go for all Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else. I already started shuffling your cards. Stand by. I work with jumping cards a lot, so bear with me as I shuffle and get like my selections out here. But I think I just said this, but it is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And again, this is for all Cancerians, for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of March. Gotcha. I'll show you the cards in a minute, but I just want to get what I need before we really get started. Okay. And I will show you guys in a second. Cool. So, underlying energy is this Knight of Swords. I feel like communication is coming in, or you're going to communicate with somebody and it's going to come in fast. You know, I'm getting love vibes here, but it could be for any aspect of your life. But basically, that's the underlying energy. There's going to be some sort of communication coming in, either from you to somebody else or from somebody else to you, and you have to figure out whether whatever this thing that's coming in, whether it's going to help or hurt you, whether it's good or bad for you. Because the reason that I'm saying this is the reason that I felt like it has to deal with another person is because the Six of Swords came out for you first. I feel like that you walked away from somebody in the past. I feel like you walked away from somebody. It could have been somebody walking away from you, and mentally, you know, there were some sort of emotions there, but you're walking away from something that isn't necessarily serving you. And right now it's like you're in this phase of trying to figure out whether it was the right or the wrong thing to do. Because whatever it is that you walked away from, I feel like it took away from your happily ever after. The Four of Wands came out for you reversed. I feel like it took away from the happily ever after, and you're trying to make your way towards this. But there's an air of, I'm not 100% sure if this was the right decision. You got the Four of Pentacles here. Whatever it is that you're walking away from, the reason that you feel a little indecisive, like you might want to reach back out or go back, is because one, it was within your comfort zone, but it's kind of like you were holding on to it for so long or so tightly that, you know, it just became something a part of you, but you realized that you had to walk away, but you still feel a little bit guilty about it. The Five of Swords came out. It's like, yeah, you walk away, you put your own needs first, but you keep looking back at it, whatever it is that you think that you need in your life, because whatever this thing that you keep thinking about, that you keep looking back towards, I don't feel like it was serving you that well. And that whole thing of getting sucked into your past or looking back, it's blocking your own growth. The Four of Pentacles also represents like block change. It's like this one pentacle that still has all of your attention, it's not leaving room for new things to be coming in. Two of Wands is here and is telling you to take a step back and look at the bigger picture and recognize your own personal power. Whatever it is that's coming in, whatever it is that you want to talk to, whatever it is that you want to reach back out to, it's kind of like what I said earlier. Is it helping or is it hurting you? Is it hindering your growth or is it helping you grow? This is a very important card because a lot of people forget that happiness, peace, and all that jazz, that's our default setting. Just because you're unhappy doesn't mean you have to stay that way. You have to like know your worth and set your own boundaries. And this month, I feel like for you, a lot of you guys are going to be discovering your own personal power. Because with that said, there you got the Emperor, and then you have the High Priestess in reverse. I feel like with discovering your own personal power, you're going to be able to start setting your own boundaries. You're going to be able to start figuring out what it is that you do and you don't want in your life. The High Priestess is telling me that you're not fully seeing the whole picture. And again, with this the Two of Wands, that's also taking a step back and looking at all the possibilities, because right now, with the High Priestess, it's like you're not seeing the whole picture. If you're dealing with somebody from your past, or it could be with a current person as well right now, I feel like they have secrets with you. There's a secret that you have, or there's a secret that they have, and it's affecting how you move forward. It's affecting this happily ever after, these wishes coming true, this 1111 card. And for some of you guys, not everybody, some of you guys got the this 5 of Wands reversed, and that is telling me that there's competition. It might not just be you and this other person alone in whatever this relationship is. There's competition in in the sense, I don't want to say like, okay, you're a cheater, third party, but there's definitely more than one thing involved in this relationship. And whatever all these other things or all these other people, it's delaying your happily ever after, because somebody is being a little selfish and holding on to one pentacle really tightly but still keeping all the other pentacles. So just make sure that you're communicating clearly, because remember, communication is a big energy for you guys, and really figure out figure out what this truth is that somebody is hiding from you, because this is figuring out the truth. Somebody could be offering an apology. The Emperor brings this energy of explaining, offering an apology, and I feel like the truth is going to come out, but only if you ask the right questions. Because then this Knight of Pentacles is here, and that Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is reversed right now. I feel like it's just delayed. The Knight of Pentacles brings information, prosperity, knowledge your way. I feel that for a lot of you guys with this, whatever this secret is, whatever it is that's causing you not to see the whole picture, that's stopping you from moving forward the way that you want to move forward in, is delayed right now. And by asking the right questions, this Knight of Pentacles will flip right over and like bring you that grain of truth that you need. One second, y'all. I just want to make sure I get the words right. Because the thing with the Knight of Pentacles is it's the slowest moving knight. I'm gonna just flip it over for fast. It's the slowest moving knight. Like, you look at the card and he's just standing here. The thing with the Knight of Pentacles is he's ready to bring you what you want, but he doesn't know which way to go. You have to lay a path towards him. With this Knight of Swords, it's like you have to meet him halfway. So you need to ask the right questions and figure out what it is that you want to know. And you can ask yourself, like, it starts with yourself, like what it is that you need, what it is that you need right now, what are you missing in your life, taking that step back and looking at the bigger picture. And by asking the right questions, this Knight of Pentacles is going to bring you an explanation, an apology, opportunities, new things, is going to know which way to go. Right now it's delayed. So once you figure out what it is, the Magician is telling you to take action. The Magician acts with conscious awareness. The Magician can manifest whatever he or she wants in his life. But the important thing about the Magician is the way that he takes action is he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly where he wants to go and the reasons why he wants to do it. Because right now, again, with the Six of Swords, I feel like a lot of you guys want to be walking away from something. Just make sure that you have the whole picture and you know the whole story before you do, because if you don't, that's why you keep looking back, like why did this happen? How did this happen the way that it is? You have to act with conscious awareness, because since you don't have the whole story yet, it's kind of like part of you is like, I want to know the truth. Why didn't this work out? This was amazing, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, you have to know your truth and you have to know the truth in your situation. Because once you start acting with conscious awareness, knowing why you're doing the way that you're doing, understanding the whole story, and start taking actions to move forward, this Empress energy is yours. You got the Empress in reverse, and the Empress represents all this lavish abundance, physically, mentally, spiritually, all that jazz. It represents abundance. And it's coming your way. It's just delayed right now. And the reason that it's delayed right now is because you still have to tie up these loose ends. There's stuff that you haven't seen in the past. There's a sense of like, you need to let it go and get closure, because you can't just ignore and move forward, because I feel that that's not working out for you right now, because you keep looking back at these things that you're walking away from. I feel like for some of you guys might feel a little bit guilty for putting yourself first. And it's okay to put yourself first as long as you're not hurting anybody else. But if you're going to let go of something, you need to truly let go of something. Letting go isn't like, I walked away, I'm not talking to them, I'm not doing this, but you keep looking back. You have to let go fully as a whole, because you're still thinking about something from your past. But this Empress energy is yours. It's like, once you understand the whole story, once you put yourself first and understand your personal power, once you realize what you want, the reasons why you want it, and you just really start honing in on your own personal power, all this abundance is coming your way, because the final card is the Ten of Swords reversed. It's reversed right now because it's still delayed. But the tens marks the end of a cycle. I feel like for a lot of you, you guys have hit rock bottom before, or felt like, okay, well, it can't get better from here. But just know that all the crappy stuff that you went through, are going through, or, stuff that's still on your mind, it's really coming to an end. And you're about to enter a whole new cycle of your life. It's just a matter of taking a step and figuring out where it is that you stand right now, looking at your life and asking yourself the right questions of, why are these people in my life? Why am I doing this job? What do I want next? What do I see for myself? Letting go of like energies that don't serve you, because this month is a big month for you in terms of discovering your own personal power, and just kind of like looking at your playing field, looking at your battleground, seeing what it is that is surrounding you, and then you have to figure out whether you want to stay there or not. Because I did say that the underlying energy is this Knight of Swords, and right under this, it's the Four of Cups. There's a lot of introspection going on, but it's like also a warning, don't get so caught up in looking at what you do or don't have that you're missing the blessings from the universe, because right under this is the Devil. You're operating from a limited perspective. You're not seeing the whole thing. There's an air of materialism for some. Maybe you're really caught up in the material world, but it's like, don't get so fixated on one aspect of your life, whether the good or the negative, that you're not giving the rest of you any attention. Because remember, we are all technically a whole. Because in the last couple cards I'm gonna show you is the Wheel of Fortune reverse is here. That materialism, that bondage, that thing that you still keep going back with, that you haven't fully let go of, whether you're aware or not, if it serves you in your highest good. I don't know if that makes sense. Whether you're aware or not, whether it is good for you or bad for you, that attachment that you have, it's preventing the wheel from turning in your fortune, in your favor. I should say, from turning in your favor. Is delayed right now. So you need to figure out your whole truth, what it is that you're not seeing, what somebody else could be keeping from you. And don't get so fixated on one part of this material world that you're not letting all of you move forward. Because again, I said with this Ten of Swords, the 10 to mark the end of a cycle, I feel like you were at rock bottom and you're about to come out of that. And then right under this is the Death card. End of a cycles and new beginnings. It's just a matter of figuring out where it is that you stand, where it is that you want to go, asking yourself the right question. And I feel like this is a lot of environment. I feel like you need to take a look at what is presently in your immediate life. Because from there, once you know exactly where you stand, you'll know exactly where you want to go. So that was for all of Cancer for the month of March. I think it's going to be really good for you guys. I really I really do. It's just that whole, you need to see the whole picture because there's something right now that you're not seeing. But I feel like it's going to be a good month. There's a lot of personal power energy here for you. And what you choose to do with that is 100% up to you. So, with that said, if you guys want to check out daily readings, because I do a daily reading for the Conscious Collective for, you know, all of the signs, and I do those on my Instagram. So I'll post a picture and you'll see it all, and I'll leave all the information in the description box. So with that said, I hope you have a good March, and I will see you guys next month.